Congratulations students. So today you have reached towards the 11th topic of the chapter solid states, in which we will study about magnetic properties of the solids. In this topic, first of all, we'll try to understand how magnetic property arises. We know that matters are made up of atoms, and in every atom electrons are there. So electrons, they revolve in a particular orbit and they undergo revolutionary motion. So when any charged particle will undergo revolutionary motion, a magnetic moment will arise, just like electromagnets. Okay, so they behave like tiny magnets, tiny electromagnets. Due to the circular motion of the electrons, magnetic moment of the ions, that means the atoms or the ions, develop. So if there are a number of unpaired electrons, so all the magnetic moments will be aligned in the same direction. But if one electron moves in this direction and another electron moves in, say, opposite direction, then what will happen? Then magnetic moment will be in the opposite direction. And what will happen if these two electrons are nearby to each other? Then their magnetic moment will be nullified, they will be cancelled. So if the electrons are filled up in such a way that each of the electrons are in one of the orbits and they are not paired up, then they will show magnetic nature. Otherwise, if they are paired up, they will not show magnetic nature, their magnetic moment will be nullified. So this is how the origin of magnetic moment takes place. Alright, so this was about origin of magnetic moment. In solids, each of these tiny magnets, they have a magnetic moment of very small value. This value is around 10 to the power minus 24 ammeter meter square, around 9.27 into 10 to the power minus 24 ammeter. So this is the magnetic moment of each of these tiny magnets, which is very small in magnitude. 10 to the power minus 24 is a very small magnitude. Now, based on the arrangement of the electrons, whether the electrons are arranged singly or they are arranged in pairs, there are different types of magnetic substances. So basically there are 5 types of magnetic substances. First is paramagnetic substances. Paramagnetic substances, they have at least one unpaired electron. They will have at least one unpaired electron. They are weakly attracted towards the poles of the external magnet. Example of paramagnetic substance could be oxygen, Fe3 plus ion, Cu2 plus ion, chromium 3 plus ion, and so on. So basically this kind of compounds we will find in case of salts of metals and in case of oxygen. This question about paramagnetic nature of a substance will arise also in case of study of d block elements and coordination compounds, wherein you have to find out the electronic configuration of the electrons in the central metal ion, and if you will find that unpaired electrons are there, then they will show paramagnetic nature. Okay, now physically how paramagnetic nature looks like. Say for example, if you put any paramagnetic substance in a, say, petri dish, let me take one petri dish rather. if I take a petri dish, a glass vessel, and if I put paramagnetic substance in this, and if I will keep one external magnet with north pole here and south pole here, then it will form, this compound will form a structure like this. It will rearrange itself in this direction. Why? Because they are weakly attracted towards the pole of the magnet. Whereas in case of diamagnetic substance, that means the molecules which has all of its electrons paired up, okay, they have no unpaired electrons. Example, water, H2O, oxygen, lone pair, bond pair, C6H6. So these molecules will find that the electrons are either in the form of lone pair or bond pair. So they are paired up. So they don't have any unpaired electron. They have no unpaired electron. And they are weakly repelled by external by the poles of external magnetic field. Now if you keep such substance in a petri dish, and if you will put one magnet with north pole and south pole, then what kind of shape will it assume? It will assume a shape like this. Means from the pole it will experience a repulsion. From the pole the substance will experience repulsion. Alright. One more experiment can also be done. If you can do it, then you will be able to understand and find out which substance is paramagnetic and which substance is diamagnetic with the help of experiment. Alright, what you can do, just like anemometer, make one arrangement such that on a pole a long scale can rotate. And make stands like this, and in this stands make arrangement for putting test tubes. In this test tube, if you put say O2, FeCl3, CuSO4, Cr2O3, NiCl2, and then if you bring one magnet nearby, then what will happen? This scale will start coming towards the magnet. And if you will bring one, if you will put diamagnetic substance in this, like water, benzene, and sodium chloride, if you put all those, if you put sodium chloride, if you put benzene, if you put water, then what will happen? It will start moving in the opposite direction. So it's the same experiment if you do over here for diamagnetic substance. For diamagnetic substance, if you will bring one magnet nearby any of the poles, then this will start moving away from the magnet. Alright. So paramagnetic substance moves towards the pole of the magnet, and diamagnetic substance moves away from the pole of the magnet. Alright. This is the experimental method of finding out which substance is paramagnetic and diamagnetic. Theoretical explanation of this is that paramagnetic substance will have at least one unpaired electron, at least one. More number of unpaired electrons, more paramagnetic it will be. अगर बहुत ज़्यादा अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा तो पैरामैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी ज़्यादा होगा. अगर एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा तो पैरामैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी कम होगा. लेकिन कम से कम एक अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन होना चाहिए. डायमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस में एक भी अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं होता है. ठीक है. और ये मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी क्यों डेवलप करता है? क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अपने ऑर्बिट में रिवॉल्व करता है और अपने एक्सिस में रोटेट भी करता है. ठीक है, अपने एक्सिस में रोटेट भी करता है. तो दो तरह का ऑसिलेशन होता है इलेक्ट्रॉन में, एक रिवोल्यूशनरी ऑसिलेशन और एक रोटेटरी ऑसिलेशन। और जब भी कोई चार्ज पार्टिकल ऑसिलेशन एग्जीक्यूट करता है तो उसके सेंटर पे मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट डेवलप करता है। ठीक है, ये हमने देखा भी था सोलेनॉइड के केस में, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेट के केस में, जब हम एक इलेक्ट्रिकल वायर इस तरह से कनेक्ट करते हैं किसी मेटालिक कोर में, तो जो मेटालिक कोर है वो मैग्नेटिक हो जाता है, नेचर इसका नेचर मैग्नेटिक हो जाता है। ठीक है, ठीक उसी प्रकार से जब इलेक्ट्रॉन रिवॉल्व करता है सर्कुलर मोशन में तो ये मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट क्रिएट करता है, और इस मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट के कारण इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हमेशा चाहते हैं कि हम इक्वल एंड अपोजिट पेयर्स बना के ऑर्बिटल के अंदर रहें। किसी भी ऑर्बिटल के अंदर, चाहे एस ऑर्बिटल हो या पी ऑर्बिटल हो, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हमेशा चाहता है कि वो पेयर्ड अप होकर रहे। ठीक है, ताकि उसका मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट कम हो जाए और वो लो एनर्जी स्टेट पे रह पाए। So there are three more other types of magnetic substances. One is ferromagnetic. ये सारे सब्सटेंसेस में हमने देखा कि जो या फिर सॉल्ट थे या कंपाउंड थे। फेरोमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंसेस जो होते हैं वो एलिमेंटल मेटल होते हैं। एलिमेंटल मेटल एक्सेप्ट क्रोमियम ऑक्साइड। जैसे थर्ड टाइप इज फेरोमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस। Ferromagnetic substances are strongly attracted towards magnet or external magnet. Their magnetic domains are randomly arranged when there is no external magnetic field. But when external magnetic field is applied, then they arrange their magnetic domains in the direction of the magnetic field. ठीक है, example of this will be iron, nickel, cobalt, tin, गैडोलिनियम, और एक सॉल्ट भी है, ऑक्साइड भी है, CrO2, क्रोमियम ऑक्साइड। ठीक है, फोर्थ टाइप इज एंटी फेरो मैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस। एंटी फेरोमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस में क्या होता है? The magnetic domains are arranged in equal and opposite in number. Equal and opposite in number. Magnetic domains अपने आप को align तो करते हैं लेकिन equal and opposite in number. As a result, they show net magnetic moment equal to 0. Net magnetic moment of this kind of compounds are equal to 0. So this kind of substances example is manganese oxide, MnO. And fifth type of magnetic substance is ferrimagnetic. Ferrimagnetic substance. Their net magnetic moment is not equal to 0 because the magnetic domains are arranged in opposite directions in unequal number. जैसे कि this upward arrow gets nullified with this upward arrow gets nullified with this upward arrow gets nullified with this, but this one remains not nullified. As a result, this will show some magnetic moment, so its magnetic moment will not be equal to 0. Example of this kind of compound is Fe3O4, Zn, Fe2O4, and so on. So there are 5 types of magnetic substances. Paramagnetic substance, they have at least one unpaired electron. They are weakly attracted towards the pole of the magnets. They get attracted towards the pole of the magnets. They get repelled away from the pole of the magnets. Dimagnetic substances are molecular solids which has either bond pair or lone pair of electron, but they don't have unpaired electrons. Either they will have bond pair or they will have lone pair, but they will not have unpaired electrons. So they have no unpaired electrons at all. They are weakly repelled by the poles of the external magnet. Ferromagnetic substances are strongly attracted towards the magnetic field, towards the external magnetic field. Their magnetic domains get aligned in the direction of the magnet. When the external magnet is removed, they again start behaving like non-magnetic substance, but if they will be kept in presence of magnet for a long time, then they become magnetic for longer time. When heated, they lose their magnetic property. When heated, they lose their magnetic property. Ferromagnetic substance, when kept in presence of external magnet for longer time, slowly and slowly they become like paramagnetic substance. They become like paramagnetic substance. Antiferromagnetic substances are substances in which electrons are arranged in a direction equal and opposite in direction, equal and opposite in direction. So they have equal number of equal and oppositely arranged magnetic domains, equal number of oppositely arranged magnetic domains, hence they have no net magnetic moment. Alright, example of antiferromagnetic substances is MnO. Ferrimagnetic substances are the substances in which the magnetic domains are arranged in opposite directions but in unequal number. Okay, in unequal number. As a result, they have some net magnetic moment. Their net magnetic moment is not equal to 0. They have some value. So this is all about the paramagnetic substance, diamagnetic substance, ferromagnetic substance, antiferromagnetic substance and ferrimagnetic substance. Alright, thank you. Now we will solve the exercise questions one by one.